What's cool now, but probably won't be in 5 years. Probably most popular YouTubers as of now. That's something I've noticed. The shelf life of YouTube popularity seems to be shorter than mainstream pop star popularity. I thought Ray William Johnson and Smosh would rule for the next 10 years in 2011. You might be right. Current plastic surgery trends to meet the current standards. I fear for a lot of people who have had BBLs and facial surgery that the look will become outdated and permanently associated with late 2010s and early 2020s, kind of how like there are plastic surgery trends associated with the 90s/2000s. What trends associated with the 90s/2000s? The only people that think facial surgery like that looks good are people who want facial surgery. It's like those bodybuilders who get so muscular they kinda look gross and you don't want to look at them. The only other people that think they look good are other bodybuilders. Lip injections and butt implants. They look cartoonish. All the ladies at work are getting lip injections and they all look ridiculous. They look like that weird alien pilot in Star Wars. My toddler willingly giving me kisses. Father on 13 and 11 years. Oh. Boys here, if frequent physical affection is a normal part of your dynamic now, that hopefully won't change too much. In front of their friends my existence is a horrifying embarrassment, at home I get hug attacks all the time. Or, funny but sad. Brazilian butt lifts, I feel like it will not age well. A lot of plastic surgeries collapse over time or have complications over time. Or the swollen lips. Actually I don't even know when that started or if it's actually cool because it looks gross. Oh, it is a surgery thing. I looked at my own ass for a second and thought, are we done this accidentally? A lot of the stuff I see people doing on TikTok seems like the kind of thing you'd be embarrassed about in a few years. Honestly, I am embarrassed about pretty much everything I did at that age. I genuinely feel bad for kids these days. They're no dumber than any of us were at that age, but at least it was near impossible for us to go viral for it. Hopefully the stupid hacks that people are coming up with. That's not a hack. STFU. Step 1. Get some cement. One of them was showing how you can take the seeds out of a tomato, plant them and it will make more tomatoes. That's literally gardening. Farming is a life hack now. Subscribing to multiple streaming platforms. Isn't that why cable doesn't exist anymore? Edit, yes, I know it works out cheaper now. In 2024, computers, tablets and phones will be part of the broadcast license fees that we will have to pay in Ireland. So, that will cost me an extra €160 plus subscription to platforms. Cable 2.0. While I agree, right now subscribing to Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus is still cheaper than a normal cable bundle that would show me fewer of the things I want to see, and not whenever I want to see them. Cable TV is ridiculously expensive. Humongous butt injections. We'll just cycle back to humongous breast implants. Yes. When I see pics of Kim Kardashian it literally looks like a human wearing saddlebags. Yes, I know saddlebags are a pejorative term for bad thighs but she's something else. GTA 5. Hopefully by that point we'll actually have GTA 6. Did you say another GTA Online DLC? GTA 5 is going to be a launch title on the PlayStation 7 at this point. Fake vents in cars, if they were ever cool in the first place. Wait, what? This is a thing? They never have been cool. In fact reviewers hate them and what's point them out. Hopefully Facebook. I never thought it would kill MySpace and MySpace reminds me of better times when I think of how shitty Facebook handled the last 4 years. Yay fuck Facebook. MySpace was hilarious. Hey, here are 8 people I like better than you. Enjoyed this Hawthorne Heights song on repeat. Facebook stopped to be cool like half a decade ago. I bet their average user will just be older and older and it will eventually sink in half irrelevance. teenage boys getting the perm/undercut combo. Broccoli boy cut. Does every HS boy have this cut? Seems like it. The beer in my fridge. Oh yes. How can you keep beer for 5 years? Mine doesn't last more than a week. Smiley face, putting, clapping hands, emojis, collision, everywhere, aubergine, especially, birthday cake, if, champagne bottle, your, meridian globe, a, fire, brand, party popper, trying, jack-o'-lantern, 2, bullseye, do, microphone, buddy, smiley face, marketing, poop. I received a resume that was written like that. Or, clapping hands, using, clapping hands, the, clapping hands, clap, clapping hands, emoji, clapping hands, 2, clapping hands, add, clapping hands, emphasis, clapping hands, 2, clapping hands, you, clapping hands, overly simplified, clapping hands, opinion, clapping hands, thinking, clapping hands, it, clapping hands, makes, clapping hands, the, clapping hands, words, clapping hands, more, clapping hands, impactful, clapping hands, rather, clapping hands, than, clapping hands, making, clapping hands, you, clapping hands, look, clapping hands, dumb, clapping hands. 5-day work week. That's never been cool, we just accept it. In the 150 years since 5-day work weeks were introduced, we have progressed exponentially and made it so that we could all live lives of luxury with little work. But no, we still work just as much, with many of us still being just as poor, while all the extra work is wasted or goes to people who don't need it. Everything's supreme. The shitty print text hoodies, the overpriced hats and $100 t-shirts, all of it. They've recently been purchased by VF Corporation, the company that owns North Face, Vans, Timberlands, and Jansport, so they're likely not going anywhere. They're like the shorties of this era. Everyone who was even remotely into skate fashion was wearing something shorties in the late 90s. Then they suddenly fell off the face of the earth. Overly processed Instagram photos, especially in the context of makeup and skincare. But people have been doing this since the MySpace era. I had an old friend post #nofilters and she was filtered so badly that everything looked slightly blurred except her eyes and lips. Like, why? The bowl cut. For some reason it came back in South Houston. Looks ridiculous. Future trunks rocked it just fine. Dude, yes. But it's like a really short bowl cut, right? So many vados here have it. Hopefully Pokemon cards, so I can finally afford to buy them again. It's ridiculous what people do to get their hands on a piece of printed cardboard. I just like them cause they're pretty. 3. Probably not going to happen, but I really wish influencers won't be cool anymore. It will become more subtle again most likely. Or evolve into them becoming presenters and such, I think. I was amazed how much of an industry that is. I post in some more niche Facebook groups and was approached by a company to try and review their product. People posting pictures of a PS5 they just bought and expecting the rest of us to care. And switches on r/gaming. My wife's a keeper. Lol, I don't understand posting the consoles. Unless you've done a custom paint job or something, who TF cares? They're all identical. Zoom calls. I don't want to go back to the office, but I can't take 5 more years of these. As much as I don't like video conferencing, it was way better than just phone conferencing. People always talking over everyone since you don't see the person's facial cue. Corporations trying to be weird and relatable on Twitter. Wish it would die out now. The Kardashians. We said that 10 years ago as well. I thought the same thing 5 years ago. Funko Pops. They're the Beanie Babies of the 20s. They both even had a Princess Di one. Their creepy dead eyes freak me out. I hate that they make up 80% of the merch at Comic Cons now. Ball dazzling your testicles. The fuck? Is that cool now? The latest iPhone. Honestly, iPhones after a couple years became even better due to no longer having ridiculous prices. I feel like people stopped caring about that a while ago. At least in my circles, people stopped caring by the iPhone 8. You just get the latest iPhone if your current one is slow/having issues. That being said, I don't see iPhone's prevalence in the US going away. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.